Negotiation, 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 negotiation. I feel this topic, negotiation, is not well explained when it comes to the school setting. So many of us don't understand what negotiation is, how important for you to know how to negotiate, especially in the corporate world setting. Now, we've left this concept of negotiation to the salespeople. Oh, they will go and negotiate something that is, see, you will need to learn it. They will need to go and negotiate and they need to get business done. Yes, I get that concept of knowing it as a salesperson, but as an individual, you need to understand what it means and what it entails to negotiate. You have to negotiate at every point in time in your work, your career, the kind of salary that you're going to earn, the kind of facilities that will be given to you. There's so many things that you need to understand the concept of negotiation, and I feel this is not taught. And we need to understand this. You need to have a knowledge on this. Many people are being cheated daily when it comes to the work setting, and that because they don't understand what it means to negotiate properly, how to go about negotiation, the dynamics that have to do with negotiation. How will you go and apply for a job and you don't exactly know how much it will take you from that place to your workplace for a month? You don't have an estimated price on how much you will spend for transportation, which is important medium for you, how much you're going to spend for feeding. Now, this is somebody that is even not living on their own. I'm talking about the Gen Z, somebody that is still staying with their parents. Even some Gen Zs are not even staying with their parents again. But you are not going to pay for some things at home. How will you call yourself someone that is working? And then the minimum things, like even paying for your transport, you cannot afford. I feel is not a bad time to learn it. It's not a bad time for someone that is working for 2 years. It's not a bad time to understand the concept of negotiation. You need to understand how to negotiate, except you will be cheated in every area. Our parents know this thing very well. They do this perfectly. When they are going to the market, they already have a plan how much they're going to spend for feeding or to get the food items in the market. So because they have an estimated price that, okay, this is the amount I'm going to be spending for things that I'm going to get, they bargain very well. That's when you see them bargaining. And so many of us have seen them doing this, but we don't understand when it comes to our person how to apply these skills in our personal life. We don't know how to bargain. You don't understand why your mom is doing that. See, even if they say that thing is for 10,000, they'll price to 5. And not because they don't have the money, but because they know how much they want to spend for everything. So it has to come, it has to collate, it has to make sense. But I feel many people don't understand this concept when it comes to the work setting. No matter how much you like the idea of working, how much you like the idea of going to give back, if you don't have anything in you, like I get the aspect of you want to give back to society, work for a non-governmental or non-profit organization, you should have a steady inflow of money personally first before you do that. I remember my younger brother when he finished school, he told me, he wanted to gain experience and then he wanted to work somewhere. And then I told him, how much are they going to pay? He said, it's free. I said, no, you will not do that. He was like, oh, no, I have to learn. I don't have knowledge. I said, you can learn that thing and they will pay you for it. You need to find out. And even if they will not have to pay you for it because you want to go and learn, you need to find something that you are earning and then you're not going to do that as a full time because who is going to be paying for that? You finish school, we've actually assisted you as much as we can. And then the next thing you want to go and learn, and then we'll have to be paying your transport to go and help other people grow their business. No, no, no. That's wrong. And I feel this thing, people, a lot of interns have been cheated. Many corporate settings are now putting it as a standard that they don't pay interns. And I get where they are coming from because they are going to be training, you're going to be learning. See, no matter how much structure the organization is, how much they want to teach you, how much you have to use them, like maybe they gave you a CWS and then you're like, okay, this is part of your career growth. They need to give you a stipend. They need to at least give you something for transport. Ask for it. If you don't ask, maybe other persons. See, one thing about the corporate setting, if you're not someone that is inquisitive, you'll be cheated. Like you just be there. People are getting opportunities, they're getting things that you might not even be aware of at all because somehow you don't know how to negotiate. People that know how to negotiate, they will just ask and then they'll tell them, don't tell any other person, this is actually for you. And that's how the work setting is. That's how the corporate setting is actually structured to be. It's not there to come and appeal to everyone. It's appealing to the people that knows how to negotiate properly. I have to go practical for interns. You have to understand this. I get the fact that, okay, you are looking for an opportunity to grow, and then it's part of your career journey to get experiences and every other thing. You need to understand that you might get to that work setting first and not request for it. You need to be value added person before they will pay you in any cultural or in any corporate setting. You have to be value added person for anybody to pay you money. That's what, except the company is just there to actually assist you to grow. They just have it like, okay, maybe it's part of their company structure to pay intern. But if it's not there, you have to first add value. Now in most settings that they don't pay money, you can't get there and then the next thing you're like, I want money, I want to earn. No, they won't give you. So you can just, during your time of training, maybe the first week or the 2 weeks, you try to create a good relationship with people that are working there. You greet them, don't come from a place of eye service, become a good person, just be a natural good person. They will know if you are doing from eye service. And then ask, so just tell them, don't beg them for money. Oh God, this thing that people do. I feel you don't understand your worth is why you are begging people for money. So don't beg them for money. They are working we are all working. Even if you're an intern, you're not part of, or you're contract staff, or no, I don't think contract staff even earn. An intern, basically, this for an intern. You talk to the person, oh, please, can you help me put a word to the management that I've been struggling with the transport, this and this and this. If that does not, if it is not possible at all, before you do this, be someone that when they have to get something done, you try to be an excellent person. You get it done so well that they'll be like, oh, this person is an amazing. You put values first before you start looking for income. Put value first before you start looking for income. When you add values like that, when this person will look at you, I'm like, if it's me personally, I will always assist. Not regardless, if you're not someone that is value added, I won't. Just sorry to say, I won't do that because I'm like, you can stop. We'll look for somebody else. If you're a value added person and then you are very respectful. When you say it, I can't for my own, obviously. The person might be asking, might not have the capacity to do it, but they can put 1 or 2 words for you. Oh, don't worry. Follow up with the person. Please help me talk to the management. I need some transport. At least little things that will help me. So instead of you to be asking for a stipend, that will not be enough for you. But you can negotiate for something better. Oh, this is it. The person will put word to the management and they will talk to the HR. And they have had like 1 or 2 persons. In fact, the one person that I helped she didn't even meet me. I had to talk to her that, how do you even do with transport? And then she was like, oh, thank God somebody helped. And then she was just narrating, I was like, oh no, this is unfair. Don't worry, I'll put word for you. And I did. She didn't even ask me. I actually put word for her because I considered her to be like a sister because she was so diligent with her work. She's so hardworking. She's someone that I usually give her the best compliment. And there's no end from there. And I feel this episode should even help people that are already working, that are looking at intern. Yes, keep telling people, tell them good word, give them good work, oh, you're a good person. If you can help people, please help them. And not because, oh, tomorrow, I don't know who will help me. No. Help them because that's the right thing to do. I met her, I was like, how do you do transport? And then she was like, no. She just started complaining. I said, don't worry, I'm going to. Okay, I think I did not directly speak to the management. I told her, go and tell the management. They will consider you. And when she told the management and they reached out to me, I thought she's actually good with her job. We should encourage her. So just imagine she did not do something like that. She would have just worked for the 4 to 6 months she worked with us. I don't know. I can't remember how long she stayed. Nobody would have paid her. And another person could have come. And this particular topic actually reminds me of Rahab in the Bible. When she helped some spies that came to spy a particular land. And then she helped them. She helped them from the goodness of her heart. But she still negotiated that, see, if I help people and they did not kill you guys, please ensure that my family, every member of my family are saved. After the whole thing, our family was saved. In fact, we find out that Rahab actually was now linked to Jesus, our Lord Jesus. So you can just imagine, if she had not negotiated, like when we're discussing that thing, I just find out that there are so many things that you will not get if you don't negotiate. There are so many things that you will not get in this life if you don't learn how to negotiate. I'm telling you, there are so many opportunities that you will not get. There are so many things that are there in your disposal, but you will never get them because you don't know how to negotiate for them. You will not get them. It's not because life is unfair to some of us. It's that we don't know that these things are benefits that comes with where you are, or this is a pari passu. I feel you need to get these skills. And negotiation is not just there telling them that, oh, this is it. No, there's a way you have to bring value and you have to negotiate what your worth is. Let's go Pascal on this. You are working in a corporate setting. You need to first go online, research how much this particular, in fact, I feel before you even apply to even study this particular course, go and check how much people earn in that particular profession. See, recently I was hearing the price that they paid medical doctors. There are some professionals that in my mind, I feel like they should be earning like trillions, millions of nairas. And when I heard the amount they are paying them, I'm like, are you serious? Like, did these people actually research before they even apply? Because their course, the study, the process to gain or to become a professional in that course, it's a lot. They should be encouraged. In fact, the fact that they even studied alone, they should earn so much. I mean, I heard the amount that they are paying them. I said, no, this is unfair. And I feel so many people don't do this course. You don't go online, research how much is the minimum and the maximum amount of money that this particular profession earn before you even decide to even study it at all. I know that time will change, situation can happen, things can evolve with time, but first know. And then when you start applying for a job, go online, research how much this particular job rent. I had an episode about the fact that the company or the structural payment should be this amount does not mean the company will pay that amount. There are a lot of factors that actually affect payments. There are maintenance factors, the amount that this company will use to maintain, how much they pay for a lot of things. Company consider all those amount before they pay you your salary. So maybe these companies are not paying so much for, maybe they don't even have a fiscal side. They are not paying for rent, they are not paying for tax and everything. You might earn better in such company that somebody that are paying for a lot of things to maintain the ongoing day-to-day activities of their company. You might earn lower in such organization than somebody that is working remotely. You don't have a physical office, they're not paying so much tax. So it might be different. So you have to consider that factor. So you already have a mind that okay, this is the amount, this is the minimum and this is the maximum. When you're going for your interview, you know how to estimate yourself. And when you learn those minimum and maximum, you still have to consider your transportation and your feeding. That's important first. I'm not talking about somebody that even have to pay rent and every other. I'm talking about even the new somebody that maybe you are living with somebody, and which sometimes you have to. We've had an episode of even while you are staying with somebody, you have to plan, save to have your place in the future. So there is that again. So there's a lot that comes with it. Before you decide that okay, this is the amount I want to be earning, you have to plan yourself, because the same way you want to help the organization become a better person, you have to become a better person in that process. So you don't work from the place of emptiness. You don't work and then you are begging everybody money. I feel this episode should help. I'm going to do subsequent episode on negotiation, and I feel there's a lot on negotiation. I feel there's a lot on negotiation. Even if I don't do subsequent episode on it, you should research about how to negotiate proper. Research it, know it. Our parents do this excellently. They do it so well. You will see our parents, sometimes you'll be like, oh wow, mommy, they say 10,000 naira, you're saying 1.5. How? Yes. And that's how some company price you. You don't know. Maybe the standard payment should be like 700K. And then they're telling you that they're paying you 150. Hello, 700, 150. Abba. When you find out what some people are earning and what you're earning, that's how it is. Almost like pepper and salt that they are doing there. I'm not downplaying the company. Companies are there to also make money for themselves. And I'm not here to speak again. I'm just talking about the fact that if you don't understand this, you are not being cheated, you are just not wise enough to know. You are not just being cheated, you are just not wise enough to know that this is your value, this is what you should earn. And then they'll pay you what they can pay you, what they feel that you are worth. Oh God. It's not it's not something that you're like, oh my, oh this part cheating me. No. It's that you have to go yourself. There are sometimes like some stage. I don't want this to be too long, but we'll be fine. But you have to understand negotiation, learn it. I'm also learning it personally. I'm taking an intensive course on negotiation. Read books. I can come here. I'll try to look for books, good books. I've read like 2 books on negotiation. So that's why I'm coming from this place. I've read 2 books and my mindset shifted. Immediately I read those books. My mindset actually shifted when I read those books. I listened to podcasts on negotiation. I don't know what we'll do with our time, shall.